All right, folks, out here this morning, one of the first things I'm going to get started on is, we got our plant hut here and we're really happy about how this whole thing turned out. But one thing I want to do is, we got this back wall that comes in here, really happy with the way that turned out. But I want to take this wall and extend it, about 4 feet over this way, just to make a corner right inside here where our checkout person will be. So just to kind of mark this area off, we want to leave it open down here, and we want to leave it open all the way across the front and even on the back side as you're looking at it back here. But so I'm going to build a little wall here this morning, and it's always tricky out here digging in this rock or putting anything in the ground in this rock. So I'm not sure exactly how this is going to go, but I have an idea of what I want to do. So I'm hoping that this turns out okay and this doesn't turn out to be a major pain just to build this little small wall. I am attempting to explain here that this wall that I just built, these boards are too long, and as a result the wall is too tall. So if I'm sitting behind my checkout area, I can't see my customers and my customers can't see me, and it's just an unnecessarily tall barrier. So I'm going to take the boards down, cut some of them to fit better, and see if we can make it work. All right, we're going to walk over here into this shade house. Casey's in here at the potting table, and let's see what she's up to. I know that she's got some of last year's plants that didn't sell that had gotten root bound. We'll see what she's got and what she's doing. So, Mama Lou, what's going on over here?
Well, I'm giving haircuts. They begin like
that is an ugly plant.
This, and they get trimmed into this.
Okay.
And their final product is repotted into this. So
okay.
We have 3 stages here. 1, 2, 3. This is the final product that we will water and let grow again to resell this year.
Okay, so you're cutting them back. Is that all you're doing, is cutting them?
Yeah, I'm just giving haircuts.
Giving haircuts.
Well, I have to unpot them. Let's see. Because they're very root bound.
Yeah, these plants
in the pot
are extremely root bound, and what that means is that they won't flush out nice and full, because they don't have room to grow in their pots.
So we break off the bottom.
So are you breaking half that or more or less, or what do you think?
About half.
Okay.
And then we kind of rough it up a little bit, and then we're going to, repot it.
You're just going to repot it like it's a plug again,
yeah.
Except it's a big plug.
So
all right, cool.
Gets a fresh new start.
Okay, so yeah, we do this with perennials from time to time when they get root bound. Some you can do this with really well, some you can't, but this happens to be one that does really good with this. And these things will just explode with growth as soon as it gets warm, and they'll be a good addition to our sale without having to do too much work to get there. All right, guys, we are going to make a quick trip to the hardware store here and buy some railroad ties. We call those cross ties here. I don't know what y'all call them. Let me know what you call them. But there is a million things that we have got to get done this week, just in very few short days here. And it seems like no matter how many days it actually was until we open, it just seems like it wouldn't be enough. So anyway, we're going to use these railroad ties, these cross ties, as a kind of a barrier or stop bar type things for our parking. Just to make parking a little bit safer, to make parking a little bit better defined, so people kind of know where to go when they pull in our nursery, because really it hasn't been all that clear before. And I think this will help with safety, and it'll also just help make sense out of our place. So I'm gonna run down here to the hardware store and get 6 cross ties. If you're familiar with cross ties, they probably weigh 150, 180 pounds each. They're pretty heavy. This will be a load on my little truck, but I haul all kind of stuff, and that's kind of part of what we do. But I can just take the truck and just back them, right into place exactly where they go. So, it's not like it's not like I need a tractor to move them or anything like that, but anyway, just another thing that we've got to get done. And you know, at this point in the week, every hour matters, so we're trying to make the best of every hour. Good night. Did y'all see that? That woman was fierce, man. Don't let anybody tell you that grandma can't get after it. She drive the heck out of that forklift. So that's good stuff. I'm glad we got them loaded, and I'm not looking forward to dealing with them at home. All right, we're back home at the nursery, and I'm gonna put 3 of them right here, end to end, with a 4 or 5 foot space between them. And then over on the other side of the hut, I'm gonna put 3 of them over there too. And I think it'll make a nice barrier, define the space, and just make this a whole lot better. So that's where we are. All right, guys, it's about 3:30 in the afternoon now, and we've got these 3 put here, and we've got those 3 put right there on the other side of the hut, and it looks totally different from when you drive in here from the gate. I just went out and drove in here and just kind of looking at the whole thing, and it just makes sense now. So, you know, I think this will help protect our shoppers in this shade house too from somebody who's not paying attention and goes straight. And you know, I just think it's better. So we're really glad to have this part done. We can move on. Well, this afternoon we had a hard rain, and it's been followed by cold and wind, so it's a little chilly out here this afternoon. But I've been taking the last hour or so and I've been working on this piece of PVC here, and this is the last piece of our irrigation for this area. It's at least, I should say, the next piece of our irrigation for this area out here. And right now this is going to get us to about 3,000 square feet out here that will be under irrigation. We're just going to keep extending it that way as we need to do so. But a couple more things left to do here. Got to put my risers in, put the sprinkler heads on, but that's a real quick and easy fix, and we'll probably get that done tomorrow morning. But before we go in and call it a day, I want to show you this little piece of the wall up here and show you how that turned out. And then I got a movie to make. All right, I think this looks way better, way more functional, really happy with it, and we're about to call it a day. Well, all right, the sun is getting kind of low in the sky, and it's bright in my eyes, and that's fine, but what that tells me is that I got to wrap this thing up. So this is day 1. We've got a lot to do tomorrow. Look forward to taking y'all along with us. We'll see you then.